Once upon a time, deep in the heart of Africa, where the majestic baobab trees stood tall and the golden sun kissed the earth, there lived a humble woman named Zuri. She was known for her kindness, and she had a secret. She carried a child destined to change the world. Zuri lived in a small village called Kumbi, surrounded by the vast savannah. The village was peaceful, but the land had been cursed by a terrible drought. The rivers had dried and crops refused to grow. Despite the hardships, the people of Kumbi held hope for Zuri's unborn child, for the village elders had foretold that this child would bring rain and prosperity. The elders, wise and ancient, had gathered under the baobab tree years before Zuri was with child. They spoke of a miracle, a child born of earth and sky, who would bring life back to the village. As Zuri's belly grew, so did the village's anticipation. Yet strange things began to happen. At night, Zuri would hear whispers in the wind, as if the trees and animals spoke to her. The stars seemed to shine brighter above her home, and animals who had fled the drought began to return, standing guard outside her hut. The villagers marveled, but Zuri felt the weight of a great responsibility. She knew her child was no ordinary baby. One fateful night, as the moon glowed full, Zuri had a dream. In it, the great spirit of the baobab appeared, towering over her. The spirit's voice echoed like thunder. "You must travel to the sacred river before your child is born. There you will find the answer to Kumbi's drought." Zuri, though heavy with her child, prepared for the journey. Accompanied by her closest friends, she set off into the wilderness. The journey was long and perilous. The sun scorched the earth, and wild animals prowled in the distance. Zuri's strength was tested with every step, but she was determined. Along the way, she met a wise old woman by the name of Nia, who gave her a magical gourd filled with water. "This is no ordinary water," Nia whispered. "It comes from the heart of the earth. When the time is right, you will know what to do." After days of travel, Zuri and her companions reached the sacred river, but to their shock, it had dried up. The ground was cracked, and not a single drop of water remained. Despair began to creep into Zuri's heart, but just as she was about to lose hope, the sky darkened and the wind began to howl. As the winds roared, Zuri felt a sudden pain. Her time had come. Under the shade of the baobab trees, with the riverbed beneath her, Zuri gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. As soon as the child's cries pierced the air, something miraculous happened. The sky opened and rain began to pour. The dried riverbed filled with water, and the land came back to life. Zuri held her baby close, and the villagers who had followed her rejoiced. The baobab spirit appeared once again, its voice softer this time. "The child you hold is a gift from the earth and sky. He will grow to be a wise leader, one who will protect the land and its people. Through him, the balance of nature is restored." Zuri, tears of joy in her eyes, whispered her son's name, Kato, the child of the sacred baobab. From that day forward, the village of Kumbi thrived. The rains returned each season, the crops grew bountiful, and the village prospered under the guidance of Kato, the sacred child. And so, the legend of Zuri and her child lived on, passed down from generation to generation, a reminder of the power of faith, nature, and the magic of the baobab. And that, dear listener, is the tale of Zuri and the sacred child of the baobab, a story of courage, love, and destiny. Until next time, may your days be filled with magic and wonder.